I want to make a video about college.
Broken, bitter pain, running to free a soul of rage.
I've wanted to make a video about college for a long time, but I wasn't sure whether it would be like things not to do, or things I wish I knew, or how my college experience has been, or going to college while trans. But I guess it's all of that because it's my experience. I started college in January 2022, and it's been a wild ride. I'm in my fourth semester. I started a list a while ago, but the only thing I ended up writing down: do not ruin your sleep schedule for a man. It could use some work. I go to USC, not to dox myself. The people I'm around and who I am personally and my background and whatever, of course. So all of those factor into how my experience has been. And that means there's no other person on the planet who's had the experience that I've had, but there are probably people who have been through similar things because we've been at the same school or stuff like that. So I genuinely want to talk about it because I have learned so much over these past few semesters that I feel like it would be a mistake not to divulge it to other people. I have some new notes that I just wrote 5 minutes ago about my experience to kind of give me some direction, but I have no idea where this will go. For this part of the video, wait for the music to sound like this. And it's by that band that's like American Pleasure Club. No, Teen Suicide. No, I can't remember. Ever since I was 8, I was like, I'm going to college. I'm going. Maybe that comes across like as a certain way, but for a lot of reasons, I was like, I'm going to college, and I knew this. So this was like fixed point, what I knew I was going to do. For many reasons, it was the reason why I stayed alive. It was the reason why I kept doing the things that I like was already committed to, things like that. It was a good goal to have. It worked. It was something to strive towards. So by the time it was time to like apply, that kind of started to fall apart.
So it's currently February 2nd, 2019, and I'm sitting at my laptop and I just realized that I'm applying to college literally next year.
I got really lucky. I had parents who were educators back in their home country, and they really cared about our education and really wanted to make sure that we got the best education we could get. I grew up with teachers who supported me and resources that a lot of people otherwise wouldn't have access to. School was such a big part of my identity because it was one of the only things that I was allowed to be good at. By the time it was 2020 and time to like apply to colleges, I was like, the world is literally ending, and you want me to apply to college? I remember saying like I don't want to go when I was like 17, like 16, 17. I was like, I don't think I want to do college anymore, which was like valid. Like there were a lot of reasons why I wasn't feeling it. But I, saw it through and I was like, fine, like let's do this. The process was hellish for a lot of reasons. I was not doing well mentally at all during that experience. I barely graduated high school. I got in most of my applications late. It was not a good experience. For most people, it isn't. But it was exceptionally bad. So much that I don't like talking about it.
I mean, a few months ago it felt like ages away, but now as it comes closer, it's kind of scary to realize that once I get accepted, I'll be moving out in like 2.5 years. So now I'm getting all stressed about the college process and, SAT, ACT, getting my admissions in on time. And the whole thing just feels kind of crazy. And I know it's only gonna get, like more stressful and unbelievable as the deadline starts to close.
When I got in, it was like, oh, like the whole like getting to a good college and whatever thing, like we're actually doing this. After maybe like a year or something of saying, okay, maybe I'm not going to college, maybe I'm not doing this. So it was like a big deal. Um, Once again, I like it's one of those experiences where I'm still living at home. I'm still living in this situation that's like just not ideal for anyone growing up. So I'm still going through a lot of trauma. I like tell my parents I get in. They're really disappointing about it, and at that point I realized, okay, like I need to go to college, like I need to go and step out of the house and do this thing and become like my own person. Otherwise, I don't know what will happen to me. So we're gonna take this step forward and we're gonna do this. But by the time I finally got to school, it's January 2022. I like said goodbye to my parents, to my sister. I hopped on a plane at LAX with my jeans and my windbreaker. Um, and it was life changing. It felt like a movie. It felt like a movie. I had a playlist for it. I'd been dreaming of this moment for 10 years. Um, College was the only thing on my mind at that point. I knew I was making the right choice for myself, but it was still very scary. I'm kind of speechless about it because it was literally life changing, and um, I don't think I'd be alive today if I hadn't experienced getting on that plane and leaving home.
I get that feeling a lot. Oh, she's right.
The main thing I learned about college is this: college is about being humbled. Repeat after me. College is about being humbled. You will learn what you are capable of, whether by choice or through force. You will learn your limits. You will learn how to navigate the world. And this stuff mostly isn't learned in the classroom. If this is your first time living alone or, without your parents, you will be humbled greatly. And that's a good thing. Another thing I've learned is that if you live in a traumatic home or you live through like traumatic experiences and then you move away, the experiences won't just stay in the place you moved away from. Sometimes they like follow you. They follow you. So, yeah, that's a thing. That's a really annoying thing. Can't really escape it. But what you can do, like I've done, is go through lots of therapy and still be affected by it. I have this like Tumblr post that's in my drafts about like 2022 and what like I learned during that experience, and a lot of it is like got diagnosed, boom, got diagnosed again, got diagnosed again. Not fun, but really eye opening. After that first semester though, I learned a lot about like what college would be like and how to handle myself, which was good, but there was still like so much I needed to learn. So that's where sophomore like actual year came in, which was an experience in and of its own. I'd say it's the most eventful year of my college experience because obviously that was like the bulk of my experience. That was my party era. It was fun, it was cute. I had fun. I had an interesting roommate experience. I made some good friends. I met some really awesome people. I met some really weird people. But I'm here now. I've wanted to drop out every semester. It's been tough. I'm not gonna lie. I could go in more depth about it and the mental health side of it. But I don't even know how to articulate it. So what I am gonna say is thank you for watching what you have watched. Because this experience has been a lot, and even I don't know how to put it into words. So I appreciate you listening and trying to understand what I'm here to say.